In today's video, I'm gonna tell you how to manifest anything you desire step by step. Stay with me until the end of this video because I'm gonna describe the whole process step by step so you can manifest anything. And when I say anything, I mean anything you desire. There's no such thing as unrealistic or this is not possible. These are all limiting beliefs and we're gonna destroy them together. So let's get started with the process, which involves 4 steps. The first step is the desire. And although this may sound like obvious, like of course I want this, I desire this, this is the most important part, the most beautiful part, and usually the easiest part. However, it's the exact opposite of the other 3 steps. That's why people get so stuck in the next steps of the process, because the first step, they get attached so much to it. And most of the time in the manifestation process, some people actually get stuck in the desire. They just want this thing and they want it and be obsessed with it. And they think about it all the time from that place of lack and worry and then disappointment. Why don't I have it? Life is so unfair. And they get into that cycle and they don't use all the amazing energy from the negative emotions that this thing creates in the first place to fuel the process, to give them additional energy to do the next steps of the process and manifest what they want. Let me be more specific here. So the first step is to create the desire. First of all, when a desire is created in your heart, it means that it comes from your higher self. That's why you feel it in your heart. You don't feel it in your mind. You feel it in your heart. When you want something, it's not just something that you want. It's a desire, a deep desire. It seems like a dream, something like, oh my God, every time you think about it, your goal, your desire, what you want to manifest, you feel amazing. You feel that this is who you're meant to be, what you're meant to have in your life. So this means every time you feel that way, it comes from a higher presence, whatever you believe in, your higher self, your highest consciousness, whatever that might be. It feels so good. That desire is created through the opposite experiences. So let me give you an example. Let's say you want to manifest a big amount of money. You see other people having more money than you, some people that are rich and you're broke. This is an antithesis. So from this separation, from these exact opposite things, that desire is created. So in the beginning, the desire is created through negative emotions, and nobody's talking about that because manifestation is supposed to be fun and positive emotions and think positively and the law of attraction. But the very first step is negative. And you have to understand this because most people get stuck there. Because in the first place, their desire was created from a negative place, from negative emotions. They carry them on. They carry these negative emotions during the whole process. That's why I insist in this first step, which is crucial, because yes, the desire is created by negative emotions at the beginning because you lack something. You don't have something. That's why you want it. If you had it, you wouldn't desire it. So a place of lack is a negative emotion. If you see someone having what you don't have, you may feel jealous, even envious, bad for yourself that you don't have it, disappointed, frustrated. All of these are negative emotions, but that's okay at this step because this is what creates your desire. And this is so essential to distinguish because only the first step and only in the beginning involves negative emotions. So you have to utilize these negative emotions at the beginning if you want to manifest. Yes, I created that desire because I feel angry that I don't have this and other people have this. Do you see the vibration? In the beginning, it's bad. But the beautiful part is to transform these negative emotions, not just transform them, use the energy that they have to do things, to do the actual work. And that leads us to the second step, which is all about clearing limiting beliefs, or you can hear them like blocks. What are blocks? Because most people talk about blocks in manifestation. They're basically limiting beliefs that we all have. You can't get rid of them. And the tricky part here is that you don't realize that you have these limiting beliefs because they're deeply rooted into your subconscious mind. Probably they came from your childhood. They have been installed when you were very young, and now it's kind of hard to get rid of them in a second. Sometimes it takes time, but that's not always the case, because that's a limiting belief as well. If you say, oh my God, erasing limiting beliefs takes time, do you see? That's a limiting belief as well. Why does it take time? Nothing takes time. Everything is easy. Nothing is hard. Everything is limiting beliefs. Whatever you think about, like, I'm going to ask you a question, like, why do you think that you don't have what you want right now? Why do you think that you haven't manifested it yet? Your answer, your reply is a limiting belief. Think about it. Whatever you answered, whatever you replied with is a limiting belief, because whatever that excuse is, there is at least one person in the world that has had that problem that you have right now, and they have manifested, they have achieved what you want. How did they do it? That's all BS that your mind is creating to prevent you from taking action, from stepping out of your comfort zone. And we don't realize it because it's subconsciously. That's why you have to work in the same way that the subconscious mind works, sneaky. The subconscious mind works sneaky. You don't understand what it does, so you have to fight it with the same weapons, sneaky. And that may include subliminals, affirmations, post-it notes in your bathroom, journaling, meditation, visualizing. There's a ton of techniques and methods that you can reprogram your subconscious mind. And that leads us to step number 3, which is all about immersing yourself in the process. And what do I mean? Like being the version of yourself that would have that thing that you want. Not just thinking about it, not just visualizing about it, not just dreaming about it, but actually being that person before it manifests. First, you want to be the person that you want to be, and then it will show up. Most people think about it the opposite way. Okay, first I'll get the money, and then I'll do whatever I want to do. I'll act like a millionaire. No, you have to be that person right now. How would your millionaire self walk? How would your millionaire self talk? Think, act. And the simple trick to do that effectively is to do that in your routine actions. Not just do it when you're visualizing or when you're meditating or whatever you do, when you do the work. Do it every single day, when you brush your teeth, when you go to work, when you do things that you not necessarily enjoy, if that makes sense. When you're stuck in traffic, for example, think about what would your millionaire self do at this moment. Would they get frustrated? I don't think so. They would be, that's cool, that's fun. They will turn on the music and probably dance in their car. So you have to be that person first if you want to attract it. That's how you collapse timelines. Like, you take the future self and you bring it to the now. Like, this is who I am now, as I am right now. Yes, when you achieve that, maybe some things will change, but you have to visualize it now, because when you visualize it in the future, it will come in the future. And you don't want it to come in the future. You don't want to waste more time. You want it to happen now. This is how you manifest like crazy. When you bring the future to the present and you manifest it now. And of course, the 4th step of the process is to surrender, to detach from it. Like, you've done your part, you've done the work. If you are sure, if you're 100% sure that you have done all the work and you feel good, because how would you know? How would I know if I have done the work or more work needs to be done? It's about how you feel. If you feel good, that means that you've done the work. If you feel good constantly, every single day, even though your manifestation hasn't come yet, it means that you're ready to surrender, that you've done everything on your end and it's not in your hands anymore. You have to surrender. When you feel good every day that I did the best I could, now it's not up to you anymore. You have to detach from it. And when I say detach, I'm not saying forget about it, give up on your goal, stop thinking about it. That's not the case. You can still think about it, but from a surrendered place, that it's okay, I'm good. When you feel good, feelings are a strong indicator. If you feel good, it means that you've surrendered and you're ready to receive in divine timing, no matter when it comes. So let me know if you have any questions. What do you do to manifest? And I will see you in the next video.